Assalamu alaikum, my friends. I hope you are doing well. Inshallah, today we are going to be talking about one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a very beautiful name, and a name that we actually mention in our day multiple times. Do you know what that name is? It is the name Ar-Rahman. What does Ar-Rahman mean, and when do we say it in our day? Ar-Rahman means the most merciful. And before we start anything, what do we say? We say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And in the beginning of every surah, what do we say? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So this is a name that we actually mention in our day multiple times. It's an important name. And what does this name mean? It means the most merciful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that He is merciful. Why is it important for us to understand the name of Allah, the merciful? The first thing is, when we understand this name, we are able to see how Allah's mercy reflects on us and in our life. Is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala merciful to us? Of course He is. And can you think of some ways that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy was shown to you in your day? So when you wake up in the morning, that is Allah's mercy. He did not take your soul. He gave you another day. When you drink water, that is Allah's mercy. He gave us the water. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us food and He gives us parents to take care of us, this is all signs of Allah's mercy. And Allah's mercy doesn't just extend to us. It extends to the human beings. It extends to animals and all living things, subhanAllah. Now, my question to you is, if we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful, should we be merciful as well? Of course, we should be merciful because mercy is a beautiful quality to have. There's a hadith that says, Ar-Rahimuna yarhamuhumullah. Those that are merciful, Allah will be merciful to them. How can we be merciful in our life? We can be merciful with our little siblings. Let's say you have a little sibling and they came and wrecked something you were working on and you were feeling very frustrated. What can you do if you were being merciful to them? Would you hit them? Would you scream at them? Or would you forgive them? You would be kind to them and you would forgive them out of mercy, right? Because they're younger than you. So us being merciful can be reflected in many different ways, to our little siblings, to the animals around us, to nature around us, taking care of all the living things. So this is an important quality for us to try and have in ourselves, inshallah. It's a beautiful quality to have. Now, I have an important question for you. When something difficult happens in your life, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides that something difficult is going to happen. For example, you fall and you hurt yourself, or you get really sick, or you fail an exam. Is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still being merciful to you in these moments? Yes, absolutely, He is being merciful. And subhanAllah, sometimes something bad will happen to you, but you will realize it was khair. For example, you might fail an exam and that might motivate you to study much harder, and that studying will make you much smarter. For example, you might be sick and miss a day of school, and in that day, something bad happened at the school that you avoided. So there is so much wisdom that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has that we don't know about, but His mercy is always with us, even in the difficult moments. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَعَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. You might dislike something or hate something, and it ends up being good for you. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy is always with us, and it's important to remember that, and to try and practice that mercy in our life as well. Inshallah, I will see you next time, and Assalamu alaikum.